It is 3 in the morning. The room is dark. Your body is exhausted, and your brain will not stop. It replays an argument from years ago. It rehearses a conversation that will never happen. It builds a catastrophe out of nothing. You are not broken. But the real reason this happens is far stranger than you think. Most people assume the 3 a.m. spiral is just stress, something to fix with melatonin or a white noise machine. But neuroscientists have spent decades studying exactly this moment, and what they found reaches back hundreds of thousands of years before your bedroom ever existed. Your brain does not know what century it is. That is the first thing you need to understand. The organ inside your skull is running ancient software on modern hardware. And at 3 in the morning, that software does exactly what it was built to do. When you fall asleep, your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for rational thought, starts to power down. It relaxes its grip, and as it does, a structure deep in your brain begins running freely. The amygdala, the threat detection system, the part that has been scanning for danger since your ancestors slept on open grassland without walls or doors. Neuroscientist Matthew Walker at UC Berkeley describes this shift as a neurological changing of the guard. The rational brain steps back. The emotional brain steps forward. And the emotional brain does not think in logic. It thinks in threat. It asks one question on a loop. Is something wrong? In the ancient environment your brain evolved in, something usually was. The dark meant predators. It meant cold. It meant separation from the group, which in early human life was effectively a death sentence. Waking in the night was not a malfunction. It was a feature, a system check, a scan of the perimeter. Anthropologist Carol Worthman at Emory University studied sleep across dozens of pre-industrial societies and found something striking. In cultures that sleep communally, without electric light, people do not sleep in one long block. They sleep in 2 phases, separated by an hour of quiet wakefulness. Not insomnia, not anxiety. Just the brain rising to the surface, listening, then sinking back down. What you experience at 3 a.m. is not a disorder. It is a relic. But why does it feel so awful? Because the protocol needs something to do. In the wild, your brain would scan and either find a real threat or find nothing. Either way, the system got a resolution. But in your dark, silent bedroom, the threat detector wakes up and finds no predators. So it turns inward. It audits your life. It pulls up unresolved arguments, unpaid debts, decisions you have not made yet. Because to the ancient brain, those things are threats too. Social rejection was deadly. Unresolved conflict within the group meant danger. Psychologist Ethan Kross at the University of Michigan studies what he calls chatter, the looping inner voice that escalates in moments of stress. His research shows this voice is loudest when external stimulation drops. When the world goes quiet, the internal alarm gets louder. Your brain is not punishing you at 3 a.m. It is trying to protect you. And the harder you try to stop the thoughts, the worse they get. Psychologist Daniel Wegner at Harvard called this ironic process theory. When you instruct your brain not to think about something, a part of it must keep monitoring for that thought to confirm it is gone. The effort creates the loop. That is the trap. So what did your ancestors actually do? They did not fight the wakefulness. Historian Roger Kirch at Virginia Tech spent decades uncovering what he calls first sleep and second sleep, the 2-phase rest pattern standard across pre-industrial history. In the quiet hour between them, people wrote, prayed, or simply lay still and let the thoughts pass without chasing them. The 3 a.m. spiral is not a sign something has gone wrong inside you. It is a sign something very old is still working exactly as designed. Your threat scanner is active. Your ancient brain is doing its job in a world that no longer has the threats it was built to find. That voice rehearsing disasters in the dark is the same voice that noticed the rustling grass before the predator lunged. It kept your ancestors alive long enough to produce you. It has a cost, but it also has a reason. So tonight, when the room goes dark and your brain refuses to sleep, you will know what is happening. You are not spiraling. You are running a program older than language, lying still, waiting for morning, thinking about everything that might go wrong, exactly like every human who came before you. It is 3 in the morning. Your ancient brain is right on schedule,